We're in Dumfries and Galloway, exploring Scotland's southwest. With all the stresses of finding park-ups in England, can we find another epic park-up in Scotland? Is it that easy? After exploring the historic Clatteringshaws Castle and its hidden community campsite, it's time to hit the road again. Today we're diving into something a little different, Scottish food. We've picked up our haul from the local supermarket in Dumfries and we'll be trying all of that at our next stop. Find out where. Welcome back, folks. We're twisting pairs. We've got Frank on the ones and twos and we've got Murphy always sleeping upstairs like the guy does nothing else. Welcome back.
Hey, how are we all? Happy Sunday.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
Frank,
How are you?
all right?
You good?
We left everyone at Castle last
We
week,
did, the
didn't
community
we?
campsite.
Yeah.
Yes, if you are heading into Scotland, then you want to add that one to your first stop, I would
Yeah,
say.
I think so.
Go check out last week's video if you haven't already.
After we left Clatteringshaws Castle, we took a short trip up to Dumfries because we were going to get...
A wee Scottish breakfast.
We went and got our Scottish food haul, didn't
Yes,
we?
Scottish treats, I should say.
Yeah, we hit Aldi, didn't we? Well, Aldi and Tesco's because they didn't do your breakfast.
Yeah, top tip, if you want the veggie Scottish breakfast, then go to Tesco's.
We picked up our food haul, which we will show you and review later on in this video, but... no, review. We ate some and showed you what it was. But yeah,
we ate.
hold tight for that one. Coming up later in this episode. Once we left Dumfries, we hit the road and yeah, it was time to find another park up, wasn't it? Seven Staines Dalbeatty, which we stayed at, well, we first found it in January.
Look at all these people, you're interrupting. Yes.
Well, they can see you all
Yeah.
better, can't they?
Sorry, I'm laughing. Tristan's built like a cushion barrier to keep Frank back and he just bulldozed through it.
I mean, he's drinking water, I can't
Make
deny
you feel
that.
bad now.
Yeah,
make you feel bad now. Anywho, we arrived at Seven Staines car park, didn't we, darling?
Yes, we did.
We did. This spot, along with the Loch, is what made us decide this time coming back to Scotland that we were going to explore Dumfries and Galloway more. Because we found two gems when we were here in January, the one you saw in last week's video and this one we're talking about today. And normally then we just zoom straight off up to head towards the NC500 and the Highlands.
Yeah, it's usually like Grey Mars Tail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we love that place. If you know, you know. And then, yeah, it's kind of head on up through Glasgow to the bottom of Loch Lomond. And we kind of start it all from there. Or, you know, Glencoe.
Yeah,
We go
exactly.
there, don't we?
But we've
Love
been
it
to
there.
this Seven Staines car park in January, as Tris said, and it's just, it's just so peaceful. The bird song, it's an approved over the night stay for one night, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
With the Stay the Night scheme run by Forestry and Land Scotland.
Yep, they are awesome. We
Yeah.
love these. There's actually a website you can go on and you can find all of their car parks that are the allowed overnight schemes. Make sure you do check that out. But this particular spot is lovely, isn't it? It's a sort of split car park in sort of 3 or 4 different sort of areas, isn't it?
It's quite big, isn't it?
It's quite big. It is quite big. Although people did still decide in an empty car park to come park next to us. It's like that, you say, it's like the urinal thing. Like when men are in the urinals, someone will always come use the urinal next to you. It's the same in a van, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, as soon as the couple of vans rolled in, one here and one here.
Yeah. Car park's empty, mate.
Crazy. There's picnic benches dotted all around, isn't there? It was completely empty in January, wasn't it, when we went? And we were like, oh, do you know what? This is perfect date night. So we set up the picnic bench there, I put some fairy lights out, we got our wine and our food, didn't we? And we were having the best time, just sat in the woods in silence, with our little fairy lights. And then luckily we wrapped up just in time because as we packed everything up and put it back in the van, about, I don't know, 10 cars turned up for a nighttime cycle, which would have been quite entertaining had we been sat there having our little date night picnic.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Yeah, but yeah, that was quite funny. But yeah, because that's what we should say, isn't it?
Yeah.
From this particular spot, there are some outstanding walks, aren't there? And cycle tracks.
Yeah, it's great for mountain biking. I think, but from what we saw, I think it's like a range of kind of mountain biking, isn't it? A bit more technical, kind of like super fast if you want it, or like wider tracks and you can just meander and enjoy. But we didn't have bikes, we were on feet, and yeah, it's just lovely there, isn't
it's
it?
absolutely gorgeous. It's, as Tris said, you can take, you know, a number of different routes. When we were here in January, we did the hike up to the top of the hill, didn't we? It opens up to the most breathtaking views, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Highly recommend, if it's a nice day, take a packed lunch. We did, and we got to sit up on the picnic bench, didn't we? And then just sit and, it's just it's one of those spots where we always say this, where you feel so grateful and spoiled and just wow, because you couldn't pay to sit and eat your lunch somewhere like this. There is no restaurant I know that would have a view like that. Can you imagine a VIP table with an expansive view in the middle of nowhere? You'd be paying a fortune if you're at a restaurant. When we find these little places to stop and have a drink or lunch, we always just marvel in it, don't we?
It's mental, isn't it? Like, if someone was to ask what was kind of, it's not the number one, but like, what's one of the greatest things of van life? And it is having moments that money can't buy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It really is. That's why it's a good top tip actually to have. We've got little compact camping chairs, which are super lightweight, and you can chuck them into a backpack. If you are off on a hike or a walk and you are taking some lunch with you, I recommend taking those, because then you can literally, I mean, we've pitched up and we've had a glass of wine and some dinner in the forest, by the beach, by a loch, up in the mountains. You can make your own picnic area wherever you go.
Car park, pretty sweet, level, most of it, gravelled, toilets, 24-hour toilets. You weren't so keen on them. Cleanliness wasn't great. Brilliant park up, wasn't it? Once it all sort of died down, it was pretty quiet, wasn't it? And then the view from the van, because of where we parked up, we were just looking out, and it's just, I think it was just a mound splitting the car park up, but there was trees and everything, and we couldn't really see any other vans. So you kind of at points just felt like you were there by yourself.
Really peaceful.
Yeah, bird song, everything. One bad thing happened to me though, didn't it? You act like that. My arm swelled up.
Yes, Trist got a swollen arm. You got a little bad bite, didn't you?
Yeah, so I took Frank out for a walk. Rookie mistake. As you can see, I'm still wearing shorts. We are encroaching towards the end of summer, but I'm wearing
You're
them
holding
to the
firm,
end.
aren't you, babe?
Shouldn't have done it. Took Frank out for a walk. I think the sun had already set, and then hadn't realised, but got back in the van later, and I was like, oh, my arm's itchy, my legs are itchy, and then what? I don't know. 24 hours later, my wrist was there, my arm was like there.
It was quite swollen.
Yeah.
I'm not completely unsympathetic. I've had quite a few
Well,
swollen
you
bites
you had the
myself,
same thing not that long ago.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, that's crazy, but my fault. Probably shouldn't have gone out with such little amount of clothing on.
He didn't react that calmly at first.
No,
what the F has happened to my arm?
That's when we came out the shop, and I was like, oh Lord, I'm alive. That's the main thing. Well, that evening is when we sampled the first of our Scottish tree.
Oh yes, we did. Trist's favourite when we come to Scotland is the wee Scottish breakfast, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And my favourite is Butteries, although I'll be really honest, slightly gone off them.
Is it the brand?
I don't know.
Have you had them too much?
When we first came to Scotland, I was obsessed with them. But yeah, I'm slowly weaning off them, I'll be honest. But give them a go if you haven't tried them. And then the other delicacy, which I love when we come here, is Scotland, for some reason, loves everything mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I don't really know why, where that comes from, like the haggis and all that I get.
Pies and mac and cheese.
But yeah, mac and cheese I don't really
together.
get. So you can get a mac and cheese pie. Oh my goodness. They're gorgeous.
Yeah,
they are
nice, aren't they?
delicious. Try a mac and cheese pie.
This is the haul of food that we got, and what that's ranging from Scottish breakfast, potato cakes. We got a vegetarian haggis, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Which we
love that.
tried a few times.
Oh, that's still in the fridge.
Yeah, it's still in the fridge now.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Damn it, should have got some baked beans. Did I review mine? I can't remember. Just in case I didn't, just a quick one on the veggie breakfast. The lawn sausage, it doesn't really have much flavour, and it's made of soya, but the black pudding, the veggie black pudding, oh my giddy aunt, it is delicious. Yeah. It's made with like oats and spices, similar to the haggis. That's made with lentils, I believe, and some oats. Both the black pudding and the haggis, veggie options, and got you nailed. Yeah. Avoid the lawn sausage.
Also on the breakfast is we got potato cakes as well, Kez.
Oh yeah, we have and eggs.
And eggs, and Scottish eggs. Not sure they'll taste much difference because they're from Scotland, but they're going into the breakfast. Although we had breakfast for dinner last night, this is our, lights out, Scottish breakfast review time. So here we have 2 sausages, 2 eggs, a piece of potato, what is it, potato cake or potato bread?
Potato bread. Potato cake.
Potato cake. I have black pudding, 1 piece of haggis, and 1 lawn sausage. Yeah, one lawn sausage. So let's get into this. And then, Kez has already started to devour hers.
Can I say one thing though? You said the Scottish eggs weren't going to taste any different. Look at the yolks on those bad boys.
Yeah, I think I was just yoking.
That's so bad.
Yeah, I know. So I did it. But yours, apart from the eggs, is all veggie, isn't it?
Aye, yep.
Well, I guess eggs are veggie. It's your choice, isn't it? Whether you eat eggs or not. If you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, you eat eggs, don't you?
Alright. Do a little taste test of all of it. Lawn sausage. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry.
They just never have much flavour, the lawn sausage.
No, it has less flavour than the sausages and whatnot, but I've had a fried breakfast in ages, so I'm sort of gagging for this. But yes, a little less flavour from the lawn sausage, but that's actually quite nice. Bearing in mind we paid £2.86 for this breakfast pack.
That's mental.
Yeah, I'm not going to, at the moment, question where the meat came from. That's for another day. So what's this? I think this is the haggis. Quite nice. A bit of flavour. I'm basing this on the price that we paid, so my expectations weren't high. Black pudding, not for everyone, but I quite like it. Also nice. Really can't knock this. Just don't look at the ingredients on the back. And sausage, lovely. More flavour than the lawn sausage, but 10 out of 10. Nice one, babe. And that view, can't beat it. This, excuse the rain and condensation. That is our view. I really shouldn't talk with my mouth full, that's disgusting. Well worth trying, but what we found out is someone kindly commented in the YouTube comments and told me that I've been doing a Scottish breakfast entirely wrong. I should have not gone to the supermarket to get my breakfast pack. I should go straight to a local butcher's to get my lawn sausage, my link sausage, haggis, black pudding, and they kindly told me that if we go to a good butcher's, they'll even do mac and cheese pies and maybe steak mince pies. So I'm pretty excited to pick some of that up.
Also white pudding.
Oh, they said white pudding as well, didn't they? Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned. We might have food review part 2. I know.
Oh, this is
the excitement.
Oh my goodness.
We had our breakfast for dinner. Fun. And then sort of settled in for the evening.
What did you say, like breakfast for dinner? Fun. He's the one who asked to have breakfast for dinner.
I had it for 3 meals.
Yeah, because I rationed it this time. When we were here in January, Trist insisted on having, I mean, you've seen the size of this breakfast, the whole thing in one sitting, and then wondered why he was sort of like dehydrating from all the salt intake. So yeah, this year it was rationed across 3 meals.
Yeah, so what was it? Dinner, breakfast, and then lunch, I think.
Yeah.
Then we settled down for the evening. Just so quiet and peaceful, wasn't it? Like just bird song until the sunset, and then there's some cockerels and chickens not far by. Yeah, that was our little alarm clock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hearing the cockerel in the morning. But yeah, up in the morning, and then we were off to our next spot. I can't remember if we planned this or whether we found it in the morning.
Do you know what? It's only 3 nights ago, isn't it? And I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do remember now.
Yeah.
I do remember now.
We, as you've seen in other videos, we've spoken quite a lot about slow travel, because finding wild park ups and travelling a lot every day when you're doing this full time, for us can sound like I'm complaining, can get a bit exhausting. I don't mean it in that way, but a lot's happening. It's good just to take a step back and sometimes just spend a little bit longer where you can at the park ups, and spend maybe more than one night, which we could do at the community campsite, and we have done other places. After we kind of left the Dalbeatty car park, we just ramped it up, didn't we?
I think that is also one thing to say though, is when you live full time in a van, living happens at the same time as travel.
Yeah.
So you have to take it slowly, because otherwise, there's just too much for, well, especially our wee little brains.
So we hit the road, punched into the sat-nav where we were headed next, and pulled up to Clatteringshaws Visitor Centre, which is actually temporarily closed, the visitor centre, but the car park's still open.
Yeah.
Pay machine had a cover over it, so there was no charge to stay during the day or overnight. What was one of the most amazing things, apart from the scenery, this place has actually got a chemical waste toilet point, which which is still in use. You're still invited to use it. There is actually no charge for that. So far, like what, literally every other spot, or maybe only one spot so far, hasn't had a chemical waste point.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, when we've travelled around in England, and especially the south of England, that is like rocking horse shit. A lot of the time you've got to go and book into a campsite to get rid of your toilet waste, which, hey, I get that, that's life. But coming to Scotland, and so much is put on for people in campervans and motorhomes, I'm still blown away. Usually you're kind of like, oh, the toilet's getting full, but yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, every couple of days or every day we're kind of like emptying it again, and off we go.
Yeah,
so
brilliant. I mean, in England, you can't even, campsites won't even allow you for a small charge to get rid of your waste.
Yeah, a lot of them, yeah.
Which, don't even get me started on campsites in England.
Pulling up at the car park, we found a nice little spot right at the end, and we had a beautiful view of lochs, didn't we? And going from what sort of like nature reserve to woods and forest, and then we're sat by a loch.
Yeah.
In the van,
yeah.
is just like, again, just the experience, the beauty, the scenery is, yeah, like money cannot buy these moments, can they?
Well, and it was a great spot as well, because you're down on the shoreline and you could obviously then access the water, and we sat by the water, didn't we, and had a glass of wine in the evening. And
that was mental.
Yeah, it was absolutely stunning, and there's walks around on the lower level, but what's quite cool is you can actually cross over the road and hike up the hill, and then the view just opens up to you, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
It's one of those wow moments where it just, you can see all of the loch and the trees beyond it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, the car park kind of disappears.
Yes.
It's just, that was beautiful, wasn't it? I think we only sort of walked up, I don't know, maybe like a quarter of it, didn't we? Because he was still quite ill, little Frank. We didn't walk too far up there, but just, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes up?
Not even that far.
Yeah, it was just, you look back and you're like, oh my days, that is stunning. Like you said, having that little cheeky glass of wine just out the back of the visitor centre where they've got picnic benches and then benches for you to sit. We just sat there whilst the sun was kind of setting, and again, just incredible.
Well, I think that's the beautiful thing. If you ever find a closed visitor centre, they're the best places to park up. We love the one up at Falls of Shin because, it's laid on as if all the outside stuff, as if the activity centre's open. So you've got picnic benches dotted around, little benches overlooking the shore, and of an evening, the visitor centre's closed, but you still have access to all this outside space, if you like, don't you? So we pitched up for the evening. Just if you walk, the car park's here, and you walk to the visitor centre, you can go on to Burns Rock.
Bruce's Rock? Bruce's Stone.
I think there's a few Bruce's Stones.
Yeah, we found out there's a few Bruce's Stones.
But I think this one was to commemorate when he defeated the certain troops to take back his kingdom. There you go.
Right. We'll do a voiceover. We do not want to mug the Scottish.
He took the throne, then he got thrown off the throne, then he got exiled, and then to come back, that was his point of attack. And that's where he managed to overcome his opponents, and then he rested. So if you go round to the visitor centre, you can go on to Bruce's Rock. There's this beautiful clearing. You can just sit and enjoy nature. It was bellissimo. We had one other van parked with us that night, didn't we?
Yeah, one other van, and then when we were sitting by the loch, there was literally no one there. There was a few families during the day having a picnic, and another family came for a picnic and a paddleboard. Once they gone, again, it was mental. We just sort of sat there and just trying to take it all in, where it was just like, we're here by ourselves. Like, where, a lot of times, like from where we're from originally, south of England, it's like, where can you just pull up and do this and have such little interaction with other people, but like for all the peace and quiet? And then, I'm blown away. I'm saying the same things again and again. I'm just blown away. What's that? That's day 4, isn't it? Day 4 in Scotland.
Yeah.
Absolutely blown us away. Like as we've said a few times, we've never been to Dumfries and Galloway before really getting into the area. We dipped into that community campsite before, and then our first trip to the NC 500, we just did the southwest coast, didn't we? Driving back, literally one stop, and I think we were out of there, back into England. So to really get immersed in this, what's a new area for us, is just
loving
beautiful,
it.
Isn't it?
Dumfries and Galloway, hit it up.
Woo! If you're watching this, check out the last video, this video, and then all the upcoming videos, because what we're hoping from this series is you can then build your own itinerary out of all the places that we've been to, because it'll be a nice little road trip for you. We won't tell you where we went after that, because it was a pretty busy day of kind of, yeah, proper sightseeing and exploring, wasn't it?
It was. You can give them a little sneak peek, surely.
Yeah,
just
a
give them
little
a little taster, because it only gets better from here, and that's hard to believe.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
This is mental to check out this. Look at that. That's mental. We'd just like to say a big thank you to, because we put up on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook and TikTok, a big thank you to everyone that gave us suggestions of places to go to in Dumfries and Galloway. I do quite a lot of the research, so...
You do all the research.
Yeah, thank you to everyone that suggested places. Some we already knew about, and some were great little gems and finds, weren't they? That we've just tacked on to kind of our route that we're taking. We have no final destination at the moment. In life or on this Scotland road trip. So yeah, thank you to everyone that gave us suggestions. We'd just like to say thank you to all our channel supporters. So if you're watching this right now, thank you to you. We love you very much. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel through Buy Me a Coffee, or whether you like, subscribe and leave us a comment. We appreciate this so much.
We love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because of you, we get to do this.
Yeah. Not to forget, every Thursday we're sending out a newsletter which kind of recap a lot of what we're up to at the moment. So a bit more real time, isn't it, of our travels. Yeah. We also share park ups and other great little hidden gems that we find on our travels. So click the link in the description and go and get yourself subscribed. An email will be winging its way to you on Thursday. Cheers for spending this portion of time with us. Yeah. We love you. And leave us a comment. What's your favourite place in Dumfries and Galloway to visit? So until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll see you on the road. And bye for now.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. Did it. Did it. We did it. We did it. Frank isn't happy.